So, guys, in today's video, I would like to talk about how men are falling in love. Um, let's begin from the very important fact that I believe and I notice when I'm working with many women uh, and also men, because I'm also working with men, that men are very in your head. They are very simple creatures, and they are. They are. They think very simple. They think absolutely without any complication. They love being. Um, they love when you show them what they are standing. This is why women energy in a relationship, and you might hate me for that. It's the most important energy because females' energy guides men with silence. And the entire point of a relationship is to establish a relationship where men can grow with your in your presence. And when you achieve that, and when he does that, he will start to associate his strength with you. He will start growing in your presence. He will start growing work-wise. He will start feeling stronger mentally. And this is where the real bond begins. Many women I work with, they are conditioned to believe that desire is sustained by closeness, by giving more, by showing yourself, giving yourself fully at once, by constantly reaching out, texting, by constantly creating space. No, absolutely no. It's the biggest mistake and the biggest red flag because desire is sustained not by closeness but by interruption of closeness. When you are with a man, you have to be fully present. And this is exactly where many women make a mistake. They expect men to read them to read their thoughts, to know exactly what they want to communicate without communicating it. Pacts in silence don't count. When you are present with someone, show yourself vulnerable, be present. If you want someone to be vulnerable and pure, you have to open the space for a person to be vulnerable and pure. And I will tell you exactly in this video how to do it. When you're with someone, be present, laugh, smile, don't play games, be present, be full. But when you leave, don't chase. Let him stay with that feeling. Let him stay with that experience that you gave him when you were together. And I know that vulnerability exposes you. I know. And I know that many people are afraid of being vulnerable. But, ladies, let me explain you something very important, and also to men if you're watching. Men are, you are so much stronger to deal with pain than men. I'm sorry, but that's the truth. You have the huge power of curing yourself, of curing your body. Not like men don't, but you do. And just the fact that you're able to create a life inside of you, it means that you have a capability of creation. You are creating things with your body, with your energy. You are responsible for that. Of course, you need a man to provide you this, of course, but you need to guide him exactly to that place. That he can be your provider, that he can be your best friend, that he can be exactly who you need him to be. And when you are afraid to show yourself vulnerable, when you are afraid to, I'm not saying show yourself vulnerable at the very beginning. No, vulnerability also has to be earned with steps, but you can divide that. Right now, I will give him access to this. I will reveal that part of myself. And trust me, when you are going to reveal a part of yourself that's uncomfortable for you, he'll do the same. He will follow you energetically, no matter um if he wants it or not. This is why if you want to make him fall in love with you, create a life that's full. create a life where you are a center, a life that matters to you more than anything else. Because there's nothing sexier than independency. There is nothing sexier than knowing that you are not depending on anyone else. Because only like this you are able to create a relationship where there is a lot of space for emotional freedom. And emotional freedom in a relationship creates a bond that cannot be replaced with anything else. And I want to dive very much into creating that little space for a man where you want him to stand, because nothing makes him more secure in a relationship than knowing where he's standing. And that space has to be created by you. How to create that space? Let us dive in deeper into this topic. As you know, I refer, or maybe you don't know, I refer very much in my work to the first ever. If you think about everything in life is a relationship. You and the money, you and happiness, you and success, you and the other, and the most important relationship, the one you carry with yourself, and that's the relationship according to according to which you are going to establish the space or a podest for a man that you want him to stand on. Okay, not manipulation. This is not a cage. This is just a safe space for him to grow. um I refer very much in my work to the first ever relationship that shaped your life, long before you knew what love feels like. That's exactly the blueprint. You need to be able to know exactly in details what shaped the perception of your life according to which you interpreted your reality. Okay? Because the world you live in is the mirror of what you're actually having in your head. So to be able to establish a safe space for a man, you need to establish a safe space for yourself. And I'm not talking only right now that this is the job only for a woman. No, this is also a job for a man. But if you men are providers, but the person who guides the entire relationship is a woman. There's doesn't exist anything more powerful than the female energy, ladies, and you have to agree with that whether you want or not. And the person who is responsible more for healing the relationship always will be the woman. I'm not saying again that man does not have to do absolutely anything. No, man has to do everything. But the healing energy will always be the woman. Always. Because men are intrinsically insecure. They are more insecure that you could actually ever imagine. They just create this strong and fake persona combined with ego. They have such a big ego that they don't even know that they have that they don't even know that they have an ego. Okay, let's start there. So, if you are bringing to the table fear, fear of commitment, fear of vulnerability, fear of you name it, don't be surprised that they are backfiring with the same or even more. It's they are just giving you anything else than a shield. This is your power, it's huge. If you are able to bring to the table vulnerability, if you are able to be present in the moment without setting any expectations, when you have high standards and boundaries, that's the energy men read, and that's the energy that's magnetic, and that's the energy men crave to get, and that's the energy men fall in love the most.